More than 200 years ago, Americans fought a revolution against big government.
He has erected a multitude of new offices and has sent hither swarms of officials to harass our people and eat out their substance.
George III and his bureaucrats taxed and controlled their lives until the people said, enough.
Welcome to On Second Thought. I am Brianna Moore, co-hosting today. And now for the host and producer of On Second Thought, the good guy in the white hat, William J. Wagner.
Thank you, Brianna Moore, for that good introduction. I am William J. Wagner, the host and producer, the guy in the white hat, the guy that likes to see public government officials held accountable for their crafty crimes, especially war crimes of the federal government. Today, I have the pleasure of bringing you the smiling faces of President Bush, Condoleezza Rice, Attorney General Gonzalez, and that ever Ashcrafty guy, the guy that loves torture. But I'm not exactly the one that's responsible for bringing President Bush's smiling face to you today. It's the Raging Grannies. Now, if you've never seen the Raging Grannies, you've got a treat coming up. This is Middle America. This is Middle America saying, stop the war. This war is wrong. This war is illegal. And my grandson just came home in a plastic bag. And these grannies don't want their grandsons coming home in plastic bags. So, I take you now to San Francisco between Macy's and Saks Fifth Avenue in a little park where the Raging Grannies spoke out what they think about this war and the endless torture and the destruction of American civil liberties. I give you the Raging Grandmothers in San Francisco, August 13th. Hi, I'm William Wagner. Thank you, Brianna. We're here. As we're moving on, that was a little bit of the Raging Grannies, and that was in San Francisco. On Second Thought, caught that. They were a force to be reckoned with, and when the Raging Grannies started criticizing the Bush regime for torture, for sending our troops into battle with insufficient armor, and for lying to us to our face, I think it started to have an impact in Middle America, because those Raging Grannies, if they don't represent Middle America, I don't know what does. And with us today is another grandmother who wants to rage. And she's got a good reason to rage. And it wasn't about the war. With us, I hope you all welcome Miriam KRAUSE from Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
Welcome, Miriam, to the show.
Thank you, William.
Tell me, what happened, what year that got you in a rage?
Well, I've discovered that our bankruptcy courts and our bankruptcy organization are basically organized crime.
Organized crime.
Organized crime. Racketeering, organized crime.
A RICO
Yes.
Act should be brought then.
It will be.
And you're going to bring it.
Oh, absolutely.
You
Yes, I am.
wrote 2 books. This
Right.
one, and you wrote this one called Crooks, Liars, and Thieves, and you're mainly talking about attorneys and judges.
Yes.
I read your book.
I know you did.
It
You
took me
complained.
months.
You
I
complained.
complained because you've got all the documentation to put 3 judges and a whole bunch of people in jail.
Yes, it's absolutely insane what they're doing, and people don't know this. Filed bankruptcy very innocently. I filed to reorganize, and I was defrauded out of everything I owned, almost $2 million of property, and they paid out $228.17. And
You got less
there's the proof on that document.
and you've got this Mother's Soap. You had this business. I don't know if we can go wide to get a shot of this behind Miriam here, but you've got Mother's Soap. You had a business.
I had 3 businesses.
Let's go back to when you got sick and how you got sick. You wrote this
Okay.
little book called Death by Decision.
Right. How to get away with murder.
How to get away with murder.
Absolutely. It's murder.
Tell us what year.
Okay.
You got this businesses going. You got all this wonderful stuff happening. Mm-hmm. You got a business. You got a spa. You're making soap. You're an independent business grandmother.
Yes.
And all of a sudden
All of a sudden, I woke up one morning to find signs on my window on my healthcare facility for sale, and discovered they were robbing me of everything I owned, and they hadn't done the right chapter in bankruptcy, and they'd forged documents, and it took me. I'm still learning every day about new things that they've done that are against the law. I have 111 people and 97 crimes so far.
over here, I don't know if the camera 1 or 2 can get it, but you got a list of crimes.
Right, that's approximately, I think, maybe part of 26. I now have uncovered 97.
Assets stolen, including health aid, 5 properties, value of $1.4 million, plus
Right.
3 businesses ruined through mail for fraud, forgery, perjury, deceit, secret hearings. I thought secret hearings were illegal in America,
Well,
except for family court.
Everything
which is
on that list is illegal.
forgery, perjury, deceit, documents, dishonesty, fraudulent misrepresentation, defamation, abuse of power, no due process, extortion, embezzlement, improper use of funds and accounting, illegal property seizure, obstruction of justice, unjust enrichment, judicial misconduct, conflict of interest, malicious injury on purpose. That's like with premeditated, with
Yes.
malice aforethought.
Yes.
Misinformation and malpractice.
Right.
And that's not a complete list.
No, absolutely not. That's the beginning of my list.
No
That's
wonder
what
why
I.
these people want to kill you.
That's what I learned about the first, maybe from 2005 to about 2006. And then the more I learn and study, and the more I look over my documents, thanks to doing my book, I recommend doing a book, because you really look the documents over very closely, because when you're trying to explain it to other people, if you can explain it to other people, then you can understand it yourself. So that's what I do. That's 930 pages so far.
You've got court documents, judgment, default. Michael A. Grasmuck.
He's the
Grasmuck.
he's the trustee.
That's the trustee that really ripped you really good.
He's really a trustee, all right.
And he's still a trustee.
He's still a trustee. Look him up on the internet.
And he committed forgery.
My attorney committed forgery, but he knew it was a forgery. My attorney
So he's
committed.
an accessory to felony forgery.
Right.
And he's a trustee.
And he's a trustee.
trusted trustee.
Right. He is what they call an officer of the court.
You've
Yes.
got all the documents in
Yes.
here.
It will be a movie someday. Then people will really understand.
No, what
right
you
now
need
it's-
is to file a federal RICO action against these people.
I plan on that. 300 million at the very least.
300 million.
That'll be almost $1 billion by the time I win. 900 million.
Are you going to use attorneys?
No, I'm going to get away around those attorneys. I already have. I'm suing the Oregon State Bar because they basically protect the thieving attorneys. They won't do anything about their thieving attorneys. And this is going to be my 11th book.
Oh, you've got the 11th one?
Yep.
That looks like your license plate.
No, yeah, it is.
OSB, out.
OUT.
Oregon State Bar.
OSB, Oregon State Bar, out.